It's time to visit the dark world in Thor.
And we'll fly. Oh, we'll fly away.
Now, before I start this, I made a mistake. Now, I watched Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy, not knowing that this one was before those two. Like, this one was after Iron Man 3. So for some reason, I didn't know. I thought the order for some reason was Thor: Dark World after the first three in Phase 2. I was wrong. This one came after Iron Man 3, so I apologise for that. But thankfully, at this point, I have not uploaded Iron Man 3 yet, or the other two either. So I'm going to record this now and put this before Winter Soldier: Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, this movie, I watched it when it came out in the cinema. It wasn't a good movie. I thought it was okay at the time, but it was a bad movie. It's one of the worst MCU movies, I think. The worst in Phase 2, I think, by far. Even Iron Man 3 is not as bad as this. Arguably the worst MCU movie. I mean, what's worse? Maybe Iron Man 2, maybe? Yeah, it's one of the worst movies. It's bad, but it does have some talking points and some good moments, I guess. So yeah, let's talk about it. If I were to rate it though, 4 out of 10 probably. You get your introduction to the Aether. The second Infinity Stone. Malekith wants it to create eternal darkness, which is scary stuff. Thankfully, he doesn't get it at the start, but he goes into like a sleep, I think, a long sleep, while it's hidden, because the ether is hidden down below Earth. But Malekith, if someone finds the ether, Malekith wakes up, because he can sense where it is when it's not hidden. Obviously, it's hidden too far deep for him to know. But once Jane, the stupid idiot, once she finds it buried deep in Earth, Malekith awakens and he suddenly... Well, the ether goes inside Jane, so she's an Infinity Stone inside her. What stone is it called? I can't remember which stone it is. I know it's called the ether, but it's not a power stone, no. The space stone is the Tesseract. I don't know, but it's one of them. It's a very powerful stone, to be fair. Malekith obviously wants to use it to create eternal darkness, and then you cut to Asgard. Loki's getting arrested. He's going to prison for his crimes after the Avengers. So this takes part right after the Avengers, I'm pretty sure. There's also a new Bifrost there, so I'm assuming that was like restored before the Avengers, I think. Then you get that prison breakout scene. Now Malekith's main man, I don't know what his name is, but that giant guy, Loki, tells him where to go, and that guy ends up killing Loki's mom. And yeah, it's not really his fault, considering, like, even if he didn't tell him, I think that monster guy would have got there anyway to probably kill her. But damn, man, that is deep. Loki and Thor, to lose their mothers like that is just crazy. But yeah, you get that whole scene. So then eventually Thor goes to prison to get Loki, because Loki's enraged, Loki's angry and upset, so is Thor. Thor asks him for help. He commits treason. Him, Thor, Loki, Heimdall, and a few and their friends, who I can't name as friends. Okay, I know Lady Sif, that's about it. But yeah, they help Thor, Loki, and Jane escape, because Malekith can sense the Infinity Stone. So as long as it's still in Asgard, Malekith will keep coming back until he's got it. So yeah, then you have that battle scene on that, whatever that place is, where Malekith is. And well, eventually Loki dies. I mean, he doesn't really die, but Malekith gets the Infinity Stone from Jane. Then Loki, well, at the time we think he's dead, but he's not. Later on though, in the same place, there's an Asgardian guard, right? He is sent there to check where are Thor, where is Loki, are they there? And then he goes back to Odin to report to them, right? I have a theory. That Asgardian guard who was there afterwards, after the aftermath, who found Loki, that guard is Loki. I think, well, he comes back at the end anyway, but we don't know that for sure. But I'm pretty sure that guard is Loki, because early in the movie, during the escape scene, like just before, Loki was changing into different characters. He changed into a guard. Now, I can't confirm that's the same guard as the other guard, but I think it might have been. Also, he turns into Captain America for like 10 seconds. That was quite funny. That was a cool cameo. Really cool cameo. Probably one of the coolest parts of the movie, actually. I think Loki's death was an illusion and the actual Loki is that god disguised. Then eventually he casts a spell on Odin and he becomes king, poses as Odin of course, in Asgard in Thor Ragnarok. But yeah, then let's fast forward because this movie just wasn't good. Okay, I just want to talk about the main bits. Malekith arrives on Earth. You get that big battle scene. There's some random monster running around who's not part of it. He's just there causing chaos. Obviously, it's in different dimensions, of course. In that whatever wasteland that was that they were fighting Malekith on and Earth. It's just there's a portal between the two places. Final battle happens, which is okay. Visually, it's really cool. Like with all the red mist and everything, the visuals were amazing in the final battle. There was one funny bit as well in the London Underground when Thor goes London Underground and says how far from Greenwich, I think, 2 stops from here. That scene was actually, I found that really funny. I found it really funny because I live in London and I take the Underground, and to see a superhero like Thor on the Underground in London, it put a smile on my face because it was just quite funny to look at. I don't know why. It's not even a big thing. It's just that because I live in London, it just looks really funny. Anyway, the final battle ends, of course, not much to talk about. Then you get Thor doesn't want to be king. It turns out that he's actually talking to Loki, not Odin. Loki's posing as Odin, of course. Thor doesn't know this yet until Ragnarok. So yeah, Loki is obviously alive. What else? The credits were nice visually. As for the credit scenes, I said in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, no, the Guardians of the Galaxy video that I already recorded, I said that you get introduction to the Collector. He's actually in this one, the after credit scene. So this is the actual introduction. So ignore me in that episode, I guess, when it comes out. But yeah, you get the Asgardians, Lady Sif, and whoever the other guy, what his name is. They give the ether to the Collector because they don't want. They've already got the Tesseract. They don't want 2 different Infinity Stones in the same place, in the same chamber. So they want to keep them apart. Give it to the Collector, and the Collector at the end says 1 down, 5 to go. So he's up to some mischief there, and I'm pretty sure Thanos goes to the Collector's place anyway to get that Infinity Stone. So that'll be an interesting scene. And then finally, the second after credit scene, Jane's on her own, Thor arrives, they kiss. Then you see that monster thing, not the monster that killed their mum, but that 4-legged monster thingy that came from a different world through the portal, I guess. It's just running around chasing birds. Is that still on Earth now? Like, we never saw it die, did we? Does it turn up in Infinity War? That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? It just randomly turns up and Hulk rides it. I don't flipping know, something ridiculous like that. But yeah, that would be a massive plot hole if they like end the MCU or end Phase 4, end Phase 3, I mean, and then that thing never turns up again. Where is it? Is it on Earth? Has it reproduced? Well, where is it? But yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like right at the end of the after credit scene, the second after credit scene. Right at the end, there's some 4-legged thing, beast, massive thing, and it's just running around London. So I don't know what it's doing, but yeah, that's the end of it. Not a good movie, but you know, I mean, I enjoyed some scenes. I guess I enjoyed some scenes, but overall it was just lackluster and terrible. But I still had a little bit of fun watching it at least. So yeah, next I have Age of Ultron. So there's another one. There's something else. I'm gonna watch that I think now actually. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Why am I doing this? See ya.